Welcome student, welcome to our YouTube channel Chemistry Table. I think all of you already covered the previous all part and make your self note. If you learn and study in this way, that is watching the video first and make your own note, then no one can beat you. This channel is completely based on the ICSE pattern. As an ICSE school teacher, I can assure you this is the best way to teach a student. And everything, there is nothing that related to suggestion, no, everything based on our syllabus provided by ICSE. And obviously all of you know the main motto of our this YouTube channel to provide the crystal clear concept on each and every topics in each and every chapters, and to secure the 80 out of 80 marks in theory portion. So prepare in this way, watch these videos and prepare your own note, then you can definitely able to secure all the questions from your board examination paper, that is your coming board ICSE class 10. So now today in this part our main focus about the reactions of acids. So see, in this part, no, everything is available in book, any book, but reaction, all most of the students face difficulties on this reaction part. Why? Because most of the students try to memorize the reaction. No, if you memorize the reaction, then the subject chemistry will create more burden on you. Don't memorize the reaction. Today I will going to discuss the preparation or reaction of acids, preparation of several number of gases and the reactions of acid. First I try to clear the concept, then the reaction. If you understand the concept, then there is no requirement to memorize the reactions. You can write down the reaction yourself. So try to understand the concept first. So our topic is reactions of acids. This is our today's main topic. Okay. Reactions number 1. Give focus first. Any active metal means potassium, sodium, calcium, or moderately they are active, highly active metal, or moderately active metal. You can choose magnesium, zinc, iron, etc. They are moderately active metal. So memorize these 336 name, that is obviously based on our syllabus. So this highly active metal and moderately active metal, when they reacts with any acid, hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, they will produce hydrogen gas. Wait, highly active, and they are moderately active elements when react with any acid. Any acid means hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid. What is about nitric acid? Exception, important for your board examination, I will tell later. First, normal, highly active and moderately active metal when reacts with hydrochloric acid or sulfuric acid produced hydrogen along with any salt. Any salt means, look at the board. Example, suppose magnesium. When magnesium reacts with hydrochloric acid first, so look at the board. What is your main answer? Hydrogen. So hydrogen gas. Now you can ask me, sir, here only one H, how is it possible to form H2? Don't think about the number. Why? Because if you balance the reaction, then 2 hydrogen will come. So don't think about the number. After the completion of the reaction, main reaction, if you balance it, then obviously the number of the hydrogen will balance. So hydrogen done. Now salt. See, after hydrogen we have MgCl. So your answer is MgCl2, because all of you know magnesium chloride is a salt. So If you want to balance it, see, magnesium 1. So if you put 2 here, 2 hydrogen and Mg, see 2Cl, MgCl2. Do you understand? So this is the first example. Now if I choose zinc HCl, see, your answer is hydrogen gas will form along with salt. So after hydrogen, zinc and Cl. So all of you know zinc chloride, magnesium chloride is solid. So you can write within bracket S, G for gas. So it is salt. So if you want to balance it, give 2. Do you understand? So not only hydrochloric acid but also sulfuric acid. So this done. Third is, if you choose iron, sulfuric acid. See, your answer is hydrogen fixed. So hydrogen gas will form. So which one is left here? Iron and Fe. So FeSO4. So see, balancing is not required here because it is automatically balanced. Fe1, SO4, H2. So these all are the reaction. You can do the same reaction using potassium also. Potassium plus HCl. See, hydrogen will form. So write hydrogen H2 and KCl solid will form. So you can do the same reaction, just memorized. This first line is very important. Highly active metal like sodium, potassium, calcium, moderately active metal like magnesium, iron, zinc, when react with hydrochloric acid or sulfuric acid, liberates hydrogen gas along with salt. So these are the long question for 2 marks. Even MCQ may will come from this section. How? What is the MCQ? How this MCQ will form from here? Zinc when react with hydrochloric acid, a colorless gas will form. Identify the colorless gas. Write down the question. When zinc reacts with hydrochloric acid, a colorless gas will form. Identify the colorless gas. If you check the previous year question paper, this type of question already came. So this question will important for your coming board examination. So one type, first type done. But here one exception is about nitric acid. Hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid done. So what is about nitric acid? See, suppose I choose reaction number 2. Zinc react with nitric acid. Same, it is also acid. Sulfuric acid is also acid. We can choose nitric acid. So see, our main desired product is hydrogen. So write hydrogen. No problem. So hydrogen will form along with salt. So zinc, and after hydrogen NO3 left. So zinc nitrate. No problem. This is salt. So what is the problem about nitric acid? We generally written here hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, but not nitric acid. See, give focus first. Clear your concept. Highly active metal, moderately active metal, when react with only these 2 acids, only with these 2 acids, they will form hydrogen gas. But when these all the metals react with nitric acid, they will not form hydrogen. But you can tell me, no sir, hydrogen will form here, it is visible. No, actual problem is that nitric acid is nitric acid is an strong oxidizing agent. Look at the board. This word is important. Oxidizing agent. Oxidizing agent means addition of oxygen. So when nitric acid react with zinc, definitely hydrogen will form. But nitric acid being strong oxidizing agent, nitric acid add 1 O here. Oxidizing means addition of oxygen. So instead of hydrogen, then we will have water. So nitric acid converts this hydrogen to water. So our main desired gas, hydrogen, will not form when we have nitric acid as an acid instead of hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid. Do you understand? So main exception is that Nitric acid is a strong oxidizing agent that convert hydrogen to water. So we cannot get our main gas hydrogen. Understand? Okay. But it is done. So what is the use of this nitric acid? So nitric acid we cannot use anywhere. No, we can use nitric acid with magnesium and manganese only. Magnesium and manganese only we can use nitric acid. This is very important for your board examination. Several times this question already came in your board. Nitric acid, generally we don't use the nitric acid because nitric acid is a strong oxidizing agent, convert hydrogen to water. So we cannot use nitric acid, but we can use nitric acid only with these two elements, magnesium, this is magnesium, and manganese, and we must take only 1%. 1% means very dilute acid. Only 1%, that is 1 is acid, rest of the 99% is water. So when these only two element react with nitric acid, then hydrogen will form. See, just like previous reaction, hydrogen will form. Here also see, hydrogen will form. Do you understand? But here also hydrogen will form, but converted to water because it is an oxidizing agent. Here it is an oxidizing agent, but very weak, and this cannot behave like a proper oxidizing agent in presence of these two elements. It is an oxidizing agent, but the here main problem is that first of all very dilute, cannot behave as a proper oxidizing agent, and these are not behaving as oxidizing agent in presence of these two. So see, hydrogen will form. So Mg and NO3 left. So Mg NO3 whole 2. Here this is Mn. Here Mg NO3 whole twice. Do you understand? So conclusion is that nitric acid is generally not used, but in case of magnesium and manganese we can use in very dilute form. Done. So our first topic, exceptions, and again the uses of exception, everything done. You have to read in this way. You cannot miss any one of them. Normal concept, exception, uses of exception, all the things important for your board. Okay, done. So our next reaction. Reaction number 2. Now, reaction number 2 is neutralization reaction. Neutralization reaction. So all of you know neutralization reaction means what? Acid plus base. So it is base plus acid. So all of you know already about the neutralization reaction. When acid and base react, they will form what? Salt plus water. So look at the board. Forget about salt. First find out the water. See, H2 and O. These H2O, no? So water we have already. Salt plus water. Water we have already. So join the remaining part. NaNO3, sodium nitrate. So sodium nitrate is salt. Do you understand? So this is the example of neutralization reaction, first example. Now second example. Suppose choose another base, copper oxide, it is base. Along with you can choose anything, nitric acid done, so choose sulfuric acid. So irrespective of any acid, in previous case there was an exception, hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, but we generally cannot use nitric acid. But there is no problem, you can choose anything. First find out the water. See, this is water. So salt plus water. So we have water, remaining part join it, copper sulfate, CuSO4. It is solid, it is also solid. So done. These two reactions are also very important for your board. All the reactions are important because completely based on syllabus. completely based on ICSE pattern. So these two are the neutralization reaction. Okay, so our second part done. Now third, look at the board. Third is very, very important. Look at the board. Any acid can produce carbon dioxide. What is the line? Any acid can produce carbon dioxide, but when? See, acid can produce CO2 gas, but when this acid reacts with any carbonate or bicarbonate. So see, look at the board. This is very, very important topic, and in this way question will come in exam. In the way means when any acid can produce carbon dioxide. Answer is acids when reacts with any carbonate or bicarbonate, they can form acid. Okay, first I give example, then you can easily understand it. Suppose I choose carbonate, suppose calcium carbonate. Okay, so calcium carbonate, suppose hydrochloric acid, I choose an acid. So this is very, very important for your board, keeping in your mind any carbonate, C word, first letter C, carbonate, bicarbonate C. So C produce this C, CO2 gas. Keeping in your mind any carbonate, any bicarbonate always produce carbon dioxide. So see, it is calcium carbonate. So when calcium carbonate reacts with any acid, it will form carbon dioxide. So write carbon dioxide. So see, carbon dioxide, see CO2 written. No? So another O left, this extra O react with H, produce water. So what is our main statement? When acids react with carbonate and bicarbonate, form CO2 is done along with water. Understand? But see, CO2 done, one O extra, O and H. You can ask me, sir, here only one H, how it will form H2? That I already told. Don't think about the number. If we put 2 here, balancing, then it will automatically done. So CO2 done, one O left, no? This O and H form water. Now which one is left? Here Ca left, here Cl left. So calcium and chlorine form calcium chloride solid. See, how many chlorine? 2. So put 2 here if you want. So this is salt. So our final line, acid not only produce carbon dioxide, water, but also produce salt. So what is our main line? When any acid react with carbonate or bicarbonate, it will form carbon dioxide, because carbonate or bicarbonate always produce carbon dioxide, water. This is fixed along with salt. Do you understand? So this is our first example. If I will give you another example, carbonate done, calcium carbonate. Second example, calcium hydrogen carbonate or calcium bicarbonate. Suppose hydrochloric acid done, choose sulfuric acid. Okay, so already told bicarbonates, acid. So what will form? Salt, carbon dioxide, water. So just close your eyes and write. These two are common, no? So don't think about carbon dioxide, water. So see, CO2 done, water, H2, another O done. Now which one is left? Here calcium and here sulfate, no? So calcium and sulfate left. So calcium sulfate. This is salt. Do you understand? So this is our reaction. Okay, if I will do the same reaction, with hydrochloric acid, then what is your answer? See, hydrochloric acid means H and Cl. So carbon dioxide, water is common. So now CaCl left. So what is your answer? CaCl2. See, do you understand? Okay, now our next example number 3rd. Okay, example number 3rd. Look at the board. Suppose I choose lead carbonate, PbCO3, lead carbonate plus HCl. Tell me the answer. I rub this previous one, water. Okay, tell me. So lead carbonate, carbonate, so carbonate when reacts with acid, so it will form CO2 common, water common, no, along with salt. Now salt, see, Pb and Cl left, because see, CO2 done, one O left, O and H combined water, so which one is left? Pb and Cl. So lead chloride, no, but this reaction is not possible. Why? You can tell me, sir, same way why it is not possible. Lead chloride is insoluble salt. Memorized it, you have to memorize it. Few things you have to memorize. When any insoluble salt will produce, then reaction will stop. Okay, if you ask me why, you can understand the reason. There is a principle, it's called La Chatelier principle. We have this principle in class 11. So reason is not required for class 10. Keeping in your mind, memorize these insoluble salt. When in any reaction this insoluble salt will produce, reaction will stop. Do you understand? Okay, give me just few seconds. Is it visible? Wait. Yes, it is visible. Okay, so when any insoluble salt will form, reaction will stop. Okay, wait, this is done. Okay, now okay, now can you tell me this one, calcium carbonate, and this is acid. If I replace this acid, this is example number 4, example number 4, sulfuric acid. So see, calcium carbonate we have, acid we have, so it will form carbon dioxide, water and salt. So you can write carbon dioxide, water and salt. So salt means carbon dioxide, CO2, O and water will form, so CaSO4, calcium sulfate. No, salt will form. Yes, this reaction will also not possible. Same answer, insoluble. So when any insoluble salt will form, reaction will stop. So memorize, calcium sulfate and lead chloride both are insoluble salt and the reaction will stop. It is not possible to forward reaction. Okay, now it is over. So see, you have to read in this way, normal reaction as well as exceptions also. Okay, now you memorized, you can memorize. In this bicarbonate, sodium bicarbonate, potassium bicarbonate, these are generally solid. Okay, so sodium bicarbonate, potassium bicarbonate, these are solid. Factual data you can memorize. Okay, now our next preparation number 4. Okay, before starting preparation number 4, I have a question to you. Acids, give focus. Acids produce carbon dioxide when this acid reacts with carbonate or bicarbonate. So see, acid, now we start 4. Acids produce carbon dioxide when it reacts with carbonate or bicarbonate. So tell me, same question, when it will produce sulfur dioxide? Simple, when it reacts with sulfite or same bisulfite. So if acid reacts with carbonate, then form carbon dioxide. Bicarbonate, then carbon dioxide. When react with sulfite or bisulfite, sulfur dioxide. Same, remain, water will form along with salt. Now do you understand the way how to read this topic? Carbonate, bicarbonate, only one changes is here, carbon dioxide, but sulfate, bisulfate, then we have sulfur dioxide. Do you understand? So you have to read in this way everything. Okay, now I give the examples. Okay, examples. Okay, tell me any name of sulfite. Calcium sulfite, CaSO3, acid, common acid, hydrochloric acid. Tell me the answer. Pause the video and write down the answer based on this. So from this it is very clear, sulfite means SO2, G and water. These two are fixed along with salt. See, SO2, one O left, one O and this hydrogen, water will form. So CaCl, so calcium chloride. Do you understand? Salt. Okay. Okay, done. Okay. Now sulfite example done, example number 1. Now second example is bisulfite. So choose bisulfite, calcium bisulfite. Calcium bisulfite, hydrochloric acid. Now you can ask me the same question here. SO2 done. How many O left? O. How many hydrogen? H. 1H, 1O. But how is it possible? H2. Same, you can give 2 here. This is balancing. First understand the main topic. So here see bisulfite acids. So SO2, water, these two are fixed. Now salt. SO2 done. SO2. H and O. So H2 and O done. So CaCl left. So CaCl2, salt. Do you understand how to memorize it? Okay. Now tell me, instead of calcium, third example. Okay, I do it here. Third example. First two done. Third example. If I'll take sodium bisulfate, any bisulfate, sodium bisulfate, calcium bisulfate, potassium bisulfate, anything. Sodium bisulfate. So see, SO2, SO2 and water both are fixed. So sodium and chlorine. So sodium chloride will form instead of calcium chloride, NaCl will form. Same. Okay, so our main concluding line is that acid will form carbon dioxide when we have carbonate bicarbonate. Acid will form sulfur dioxide when we have sulfide bisulfite. Done. Now last part, fifth part of the reaction, very very important. See, now tell me last part, sorry, not hydrochloric acid, any acid. Acid, when it will form another gas, carbon dioxide done, sulfur dioxide done, another gas having rotten smell. Can you tell me which gas has rotten smell, rotten egg smell? Yes, rotten egg smell is hydrogen sulfide. Hydrogen sulfide, it is gas. So carbon dioxide gas done, sulfur dioxide gas done. Now it is hydrogen, name is hydrogen, not sulfite, sulfide, SULPHIDE, sulfide, rotten smell and rotten egg smell. So this gas will produce when we have sulfide. Sulfide means S2 minus, it is called sulfide. So keeping in your mind, any sulfides when react with acid, it will form sulfur, hydrogen sulfide along with salt. So my question, when carbon dioxide will form, when we have carbonate bicarbonate. When sulfur dioxide will form, when we have sulfide bisulfide. When hydrogen sulfide will form, when we have sulfide. Do you understand? So this is the main concept. Now example, if I choose any sulfide, zinc, formula of sulfide means only S, zinc sulfide. Okay, reacts with common acid, hydrochloric acid. So your answer is H2S fixed. See, H2S, how many H is required? 2, so give 2. H2S done. So what is left here? Here zinc and here how many chlorine? 2, because 2 is here. 2 chlorine, so zinc chloride, solid, and it is obviously salt. Do you understand? So zinc chloride done. Okay, now next example, if I choose, see, in case of carbon dioxide we have two option, carbonate bicarbonate. sulfur dioxide, we have sulfide, bisulfide. But in case of hydrogen sulfide, we have only one option, sulfide. So if we choose iron sulfide, okay, hydrochloric acid done. So choose another acid, sulfuric acid. Okay, now solve the reaction. So your answer is fixed, H2S gas. So see, H2S fixed. So these two are left. So join them. It is an salt. So see how easy it is. So if you read in this way, you can do all the reaction. So we already covered, it is fifth. We already covered all preparation of hydrogen, that is first, second neutralization reaction, third is carbonate bicarbonate, fourth is sulfide bisulfide, and fifth is hydrogen sulfide. So prepare all the reactions, memorize it, make your own note and revise it. Next day I'll come with the part 8 videos. Part 8 videos, we already actually in our syllabus, in acids we have total 6 reactions. Listen properly. In acid actually we completed acid. Next day we will start base, but in acids we have 6 reactions, but today we will discuss only 5. One reactions is left. Why? Because first try to understand these main 5. These are the main. Only one is left. If I will discuss this 6th reaction, you cannot distinguish this 6th reaction with this previous 5. First digest these 5 reactions. Next day, that is in part 8, I will discuss reaction number 6 and I will also start the bases. Okay, so prepare your own note and revise it. If you read in this way, watching this video, preparing your own note and do revise, if you do in this way from the beginning of your session for class 10 ICSE, then at the end of the session you will feel that you actually do not memorize anything, you actually understand everything. So you will completely prepare for your board examination to get full marks in theory, 80 out of 80. So prepare in this way. Next day I will come with the part 8. Thank you.